Hello and welcome here, everyone, to I believe it is week number one Swiss stage of the U of T, fall intramurals, and I'm very excited to be here. This is going to be very, very fun, in my opinion. Hopefully, it's a good time for all of you as well. My name is Orbital. With me is, of course, Melon, and we will be your casters for this evening. Melon, how are you doing today?
Not too bad. Glad to be here. First night for Intramurals, as you said, and it's pretty exciting. See some new players, some fresh players, possibly some really good ones that we haven't heard of or are going to be hearing about in the future.
Yeah, this is kind of the fun part. I will say this is the fun part of intramurals. It's just anyone kind of showing up, playing, and trying to showcase your skill. And we have quite a few weeks. There's about 8 weeks of play here, and so everyone will get best of ones. This is mostly for seeding at the current moment, and then you'll be fielded into a bracket stage, which in that time you better be able to step up. But kind of the cool thing is a lot of these players actually tend to be single players, going ahead, joining up with the team. And for that, we get to showcase two teams here. First off is going to be Dirty Inters. This squad has a pretty fun name, and they got some fun players on the team as well. We go ahead and take a look at them, and they have some of their favorite agents here.
Oh, certainly. There's some good choices across the board, right? Yoru's always pretty interesting. We got Brimstone there, Neon, super fast character, and Jet is aggro as hell. You never know. Could be a lot of duelers on one roster. We'll have to see what they choose.
Yep. I mean, you got, I believe it is Mr. Lemon in there. We got Pachi. We got Mango. We got Death is Death just in general, like, and then Fairy as well. We'll see a lot of these players as well a little bit further. And then on the other side is ZOMBS, a nation, a squad that I think the name we've seen a little bit here and there.
Yeah, on the side of their team, we've got Pancreas, Shishi Man, Ethan Bradbury, SNK, RNSNF. Okay, the mouthful there. And Vinny Deuce.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a longer name, but I think the players are more than ready to get underway. And so hopefully we get to take a look at the game. We are going to Ascent here, which is going to be a lot of fun. This is a map that pretty much everyone has played on at one point or another. If you played Valorant, it's going to be pretty interesting overall to watch, because for me, it's a little bit silly as well, because this is just a very... It's a map that, I mean, it's well worn out. I want to say it's a map that pretty much, if you haven't played it, I don't know if you've been playing Valorant.
Yeah, been around a long time since beta, right? Even for myself, it's not really like a very often player for the game. I do recognize this one, so I'm excited to get into it. See some of those classic call outs and those awesome kind of strategies that we've seen time and time again.
Yeah, we'll see. I think we're getting underway here as hopefully we got the game on for us. We're already into round number one, and that's going to be a little bit of a test here. This is going to be a chance, and I'm kind of interested here because it looks like we're going to get an A side hit from the brief moment that I did see, and we are just straight into it already. A couple blows going, and we see here K-pop Bob is a very, very fun name here, but sitting on this A site, just trying to hold it down with the rest of the defense.
Yeah, it's always tough. These initial kind of like round skirmishes here, feeling each other out in the pistol round, right? Yeah, and smokes are a super valuable asset in that time.
Oh, yes, they are. But Vinny and Shishi already throwing down a couple kills, breaking into the site pretty much immediately, flooding on top of the site here, and they wash it out. Vinny goes ahead with a 3K with a flawless pistol round.
And that's what you want to see when you're on the side of ZOMBS Nation, a strong start into possibly they've got a bit of a cash advantage, right? So they can make a lot from it.
At the start, of course, when you go ahead and take a little bit of a victory on the pistol round, you basically get an elevated extra going into the second. If we could take a look at that scoreboard one more time, I do want to see if anyone bought anything a little bit crazy. There we go. Some people have. You can go ahead and see the Hero Vandal up there, Vinny, taking that one for themselves. But as a duelist, you do really enjoy that. The arena is so powerful at some points. Right now, we're getting a B-side hit. This time, it's going to be ZOMBS Nation saying, let's test out your reactions on this side. Mango goes ahead and takes a headshot on the defensive end, said, yo, let's go ahead, take someone else out. But Mr. Lemon says, I want around the corner, immediately runs straight into a stinger. But of course, Mango's throwing down 3K. That Sheriff was doing some work. However, the guns overall are going to overload. Vinny, though, drops down into 1v1. This is dangerous territory. Of course, they around the corner, and it's just a little bit of a dance. But Pochi's running the wrong way.
Yeah, and 1v1 situation, right? You don't want to be the one to let your team down, such as like a dire straits kind of thing. But you got to be careful now. And one of them did pick up the spike here. Vinny is going to be roaming around, making a decision about where to plant.
Hmm. And honestly, for its own, I'm sitting there going, okay, how are you going to be able to play this out? Because it's a 1v1 situation. You just lost a lot of heavy equipment. Honestly, Pochi and the rest of this and the rest of Dirty Interest have already gained a lot of valuable time. They've already taken a lot of resources away. Of course, you don't win the round overall, which is the important factor at the end of the day. So it is the standard 2 rounds to the attackers.
Excellent. And yeah, despite losing a lot of that artillery, as you mentioned, they will have the opportunity to possibly buy a little bit of a light buy into the next one here and keep that advantage going. But this
Hmm.
is the time for the defenders to catch up then with their own economy, right?
Yeah, it's a chance. I mean, because of that previous day round, you now had the bonus. It's a lot of extra guns. You can see that Odin popping out there for K-pop Bob. This is the tried and true all the way from the early days of Valorant. A Sova with an Odin is going to be all powerful on that B side. For the moment, though, this is going to be a little bit touch and go. Pochi trying to sit inside of the mid, see if they can find any extra, but the dash in leaves them a little bit bewildered. He's getting shot from 2 different angles. Dash is expended, and because of that, Ethan gets a freebie headshot. Great start here with the duelist on duelist action. Waiting for a bit more, though. He's going to stay here quietly, waiting for the next move.
Yeah, it's a shame to see your duelist jet go down to an opposing jet right there in the middle. But yeah, it's a risk you have to take to try and get some kind of advantage on that mid part of the map. And now we do see them creeping up on the side there towards A site possibly, but you never know as it's going to be risky with all these players around each corner.
I mean, when you have guns in hand, especially on the defensive end, the attackers tend to be a little bit safer. But at the current moment, it's a little bit distracting as we are gonna hopefully see that corner rounded. And I'm just, it's a little bit bewildering here as we're a little bit rough here. Early fight. Fairy goes ahead, takes one before falling down on their own. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. Mr. Lemon though holding it down here on this A side. It was a rush of the ages, and of course, it's a dangerous position because now we're down to a 1v2. Vinny once again trying to hold out and can't do it. Mango with the 3K. Well won round coming out for the side of Dirty Inters.
And you called it just right. The defenders really made use of their equipment that time, and they kind of encircled the attackers, and the site just went so well from them that time. We'll see how the attackers change strategy here and their approach.
I mean, yeah, this is just it's a little bit of a dangerous scenario because you go into this 4th round and it's a little bit dicey. I'm fairly certain we're taking a look at pretty heavy machinery coming out from the attacker's side. We're going to be seeing the likes of ZOMBS Nation just say, yeah, we're going to take the heavy equipment. We're going to run you down. But of course, it's a B-side hit once again. Odin is out to play. And if there's a single sound, it is going to be pretty rough to hit. Pochi trying to step forward, though, with the Guardian, able to rip a kill away. Remember, in these best of ones, you only get one map. That's all the chances that you get. Ethan said, yeah, and that's the only life you get this round. Fairy is down. No fairy tale here today.
Man, that is just excellent. Baiting the B there and then moving back into mid. It gives them a lot of time to strategize their next move, but they do see an equal. Sorry, it's going equal here with a 4v4 situation. So here they come through mid, making their way towards B through mid. And we've still got K-pop Bob down sites, making sure. And we do see a bit of a pick there off from Ethan Bradbury onto Mango KR. Mango being top frag at the moment. So that is a valuable pick to get. But they're into the action here. And down goes one of the defenders as it's a 1v2 situation on the attacker's side here. It's going to be really tough for him to enter on his own.
I mean,
But
you
it's
only have
not
1 HP.
impossible. Yeah.
Yeah, you only have 1 HP. Like, there's not much else to play for here. Unless you
Oh,
get
man.
2 straight headshots, I don't think you're living anytime soon. And with this flank, I mean, Pancreas, you're not long for the world. You may be removed here. And honestly, that's a danger. But of course, the float, the passing ships in the night, Pochi rounded out of B's site saying, I'm not sure where they're at. They're a little bit worried maybe about this A site. And because of that, there could be a plant to come out here. Very nicely done. Pancreas is able to get a little extra money back for the rest of the team. But now it's going to be a big question. You got 1 HP in a dream. If you can land some headshots, you can win it out. But the back corner is going to be blocked off. Out goes a little bit of that smoke. Where are you looking? Pancreas slowly walking away, and that's going to be eyes out. And Pochi snaps it up. Headshot against 1 HP is a well-fought round. And right now, we got a little bit of a tied game.
Yeah, you really got to give it to Mr. Lemon and Pochi there. Their approach was really kind of measured and careful. They didn't know exactly how much HP he had possibly, but they made it work for them.
Yeah, this is still such a good time, and I mean, this is again, both teams showing up here. This is round 1. There's still a lot more to play with, and I mean, it's just it's a crazy time. So really, hopefully, we get to see a bit more action as we're waiting for this 5th round.
Yeah, certainly. A lot of rounds left, and you never know what the dynamic's going to be when they swap sides later on, right? Maybe one side is a bit more favored in terms of their player base, and the other side might not be so great. But here we are once again into the next round, and they are setting up defensive positions, and the attackers are making a beeline for A side this time. Pushing it up. And knives out for Ethan Bradbury as they go in here. Finding a kill.
Yeah, that is the painful one. Right now, Pancreas is just like, yeah, let's get the spike down. This is going to be good. Shishi Man said, thank you very much. This is the attackers throwing down with the best of them, trying to get some extra damage while they get reorganized. Not with that, Odin lights them up. Ethan with another reset. And that's Reset City. That's all they could ever want. Right now, it's 2v1 in favor of this attacking squad. And I mean, ZOMBS Nation ready to take a round for themselves. They're playing very slowly, which I do appreciate. Ethan goes ahead and takes a look. Mango is notified, but Mango with a great peek underneath the rafters. Now the 1v1 wins it out. Mango with the 4K.
And that's what you like to see. Defender 1v2 clutch, man. Oh my gosh. But then there goes the attacker's bomb anyways. Getting some money back is always valuable, though, and keeping those weapons off of the enemy players is super valuable, right?
Very much so. Always try and keep your players alive as much as possible, and that's going to be that name of the game. Of course, at the end of the day, it's all about the rounds that you win as well. Whether or not you had the econ for it, you got the round, and so this is that big test right now, because they are going to buy out. You can take a look. It's Pancreas with that Odin just kind of wandering into sight, and they're going to try a full A side push. Maybe get some util out if they can. All 5 currently stacked on this position. Pochi bringing out the Blade Storm, saying, hey, where is everyone? Going to find out that connection. It's going to be Vinny that's tagged up ever so slightly, and Pancreas gets a headshot on K-Pop Bob. Beautiful shot to start.
Just going there for them. Really rip that defense here with the Blades in mid, finding a kill onto the attacker side. Also, Pochi can really rely on them to bring out that Jet Fury. Reiterate a bit as a shotgun shot doesn't really find it, and there it goes. Brimstone.
Yep, very nicely done. Very good pickup. And once again, it is ZOMBS Nation just trying to push their lead a little bit more to get an econ advantage. It looks like they're doing so. The cage was able to nullify any sort of vision in front. So Ethan able to grab that headshot, looking for another one. Wants to put another kill onto the board. It's gonna be a nice little plant coming out from SN. And okay, this is gonna be ours, and it's just one player alive. Poor Mango. I don't think Mango's got really anywhere to go. It's a rust spot, and you can around the corner, full spray. But Mango still gonna kill here, gets a second, and all of a sudden this is looking down. Neural Theft goes out, and all of a sudden Mango got those eyes in the skies beaming down information. Is out to look towards the top. Said thank you, you stood in open pattern, but it's 16 HP. Slight little jitter right now. SN teleporting up, waiting for the tap. Good fake view. He see the elbow. Mango with the 4K. Big dubs all around, and I think Mango just has enough time.
So sorry for keeping you 1 by 1. We will respect you.
I'm glad too. I'm glad too.
During that 1v2
We'll respect
earlier,
you, bro.
like here we are. He's clutching out 1v4 and getting the defuse this time. That is, man, he's a one-man army at the moment, and the attackers really got to worry about him.
I mean, that was just impressive overall, and I'm scared for what else is going to happen here, because the Mango can keep looking at that. It's all empowering, and I mean, when you have a player like this, I mean, Mango, look at that, 15 kills in just 6 rounds. People are going to be looking at that player. People are going to be like, yo, what are you doing? How are you this crazy? And we're going to see it even more so. Start to the 7th as Ethan drops K-Pop Bob with a beautifully timed headshot with that Sheriff. You low on HP yourself.
Yeah, early kills are always great, especially when you're on attacker side, making it easier to invade these 2 sites here. And we're just going to have to see where they decide to go. They're really taking a look at B, but they have some guys over at A as well. They can kind of show either side and then make the decision. But what really matters is where's that spike going right now?
You got to be a little bit worried, you know. Where is that spike? I think it was spotted out a little bit earlier, but with that opening frag, you're going to give a lot of time for ZOMBS Nation to kind of sit there and go, you know, we can play our chances. We can wait down to about 30 seconds and then push aside if we so wish. But right now, though, we want at least one more kill, and I really do appreciate that. Steps out, Ethan not getting shot at, but Mango recognizing where an opponent is, and Mr. Lemon trying to help out here. It's going to be a nice pair of fruits to try and help out, but is it going to work? Or foods in general? Mr. Lemon realizing that they're in danger. What a great decoy. Mr. Lemon utilizing that properly.
Perfect use of that ability right there, as you said, Orbital. But man, they are in a 4v4 now, and it's getting a bit harder to attack for the attackers. But they still gotta get down to 20 seconds left on the clock. Right, time is running out. Here they are under the smoke. Pochi really making the damage hurt right there. Mango still alive. It's gonna be up to him to 1v1 against the Shishi man.
10 seconds left.
Does he know where he is? Up on entering the B side right now. Coming down past the tripwire maybe. And here we are, Mango. That focus, right?
I mean,
That's a defender win.
Yep. I mean, you got the shot a little bit too late, and it was a well-timed play by the defenders, but they're flush out of cash, and that's a little bit of that problem. You can go ahead and see the weaponry is bought up. Don't get me wrong, it's probably pretty heavy, but you're zeroed out. A lot of these players are going to be rocking low equipment and low weapons as well. You can see the Vandal at the top for Mango, but you can only imagine the util. Maybe a couple cages hasn't been bought up. You had to buy a light shield as well. K-Pop Bob doing the same, actually on life support here with just a sheriff. And I mean, you're really only looking at Pochi. Pochi sitting with that operator plus the full shields. That's your main go-to. On the other side, though, you're going to look at the attackers and saying, hey, for ZOMBS Nation, you're fine. Well, at least you hope you're fine because you just lost the last round. But you got the kills, and you had one alive as well. So maybe you can do some work. Vandal out for Vinny. Going to try and work their way forward. Look up the camera is just going to see him peeking out.
Yeah, the info they're gathering is so valuable here. They haven't had anyone picked off on the defender side this time, so they got a full roster to place across their sites. They're playing it really safe right now, defenders-wise. They're sitting in the back of the sites, the entryways there, not letting anyone get picked because that's just a hard situation to recover from, right? And it's been pretty even so far, despite some of the people really popping off there. We are seeing an even 4-3 at the moment. Clock ticking down little by little, and we're going to see if anybody finds something here. Orbital.
Oh man, maybe they can, maybe they can't. Smoke goes down to block entry cover, so this is going to be a run and gun scenario. 40 seconds left. Hard dashes with a couple of smokes. Gonna work their way in. Hunter's here to go out to slow the entry in, but it's a return. Hunter's here, and Shishi Man sends K-Pop Bob straight back to the training center. That's a difficult one to swallow right now. Good entry, but remember, who else is available? There's a player that I'm really watching as the orbital sight comes down. Fairy, though, is going to lose their life. Pancreas says, yeah, orbital sight didn't land. Still Lemon waiting for the chance, but the door is about to get broken. Either was ready. Hard spray lands for a dub, but Mango gets Shishi Man. How many more can you get? Mango gets a second. Your ult deck goes out, and all of a sudden, Mango gets all the information once again. Wall hacks OP. Now you're gonna wait. Vinny trying to dance it out. Has the Empress, but only 51 HP. And you do drop Mr. Lemon. Great grab. Waiting for one more. Are you gonna have it? Is it going to happen? Oh, here. That's gonna be straight through the wall. Mango was ready. 3K, maybe a 4, 19 HP. And you recognize the attackers are like, yo, we don't actually have to beat him. We just have to wait him out. Mango with only 19 HP is going to peak at the same time as Vinny, and Vinny gets the final kill. 4-4 is a score.
Man, that was an explosive one there. It was so hard to defend that site too. Oh man. Unfortunately, like I think they really let the attackers have it possibly, right? And then now here we are in a 4-4, tying up the game.
Yep, this is going to be close, and this is why I love Swiss stage. You get these types of matches where players heavily step up at the right time. They go ahead and showcase their skill above and beyond, try and put themselves into, you know, a higher bracket play. And of course, the matches, if you win, well, you can get upper. So.
Up to them here as we do see a bit of the action pop down here. K-Pop Bob making some shots into the smoke there, trying to secure his site for his team. Ethan Bradbury on the site once again. The attackers have a lot of control right now, and it's gonna be up to these guys to get into the site. But man, defenders going down one by one. Pancreas and the boys just holding him down. Great positioning. Spike is planted. It's up to Mango once more. It's always him. Unfortunately, 1v5 is a very tall order. Let's see if he's got the payment for it, though. He might have to back off now, which is a shame. Here we go once again. They're going to find him down in the halls, and that's a flawless victory for the attacker's side.
We get a pick. We move in. Got it?
And back around to the action here. Getting ready for that next round, a 4-5 at the moment. And I think
to play out, right? Oh, am I back here?
yeah, I believe so. I was a bit confused there. You kind of do a little break, but we're back to the match though. Welcome back, 4-5 action.
Yeah, this is that test right now. A little bit of a punch. Pochi blinded out, and Ethan runs that down. Jet on jet action, and a rough one because that was a bit painful trade. 4-on-4 situation.
Yeah, and here we are now. The defenders have been really giving up the sights, unfortunately, but they still have control at the moment. As we do see another pick down, Shishi Man finding a kill on the Fairy, and Matt spraying all of his rage into the smoke there. K-pop Bob really showing what's up, and here we are at a 3v3.
3v3s are always a little bit dangerous, especially
Yeah.
when you're stacked up like this. You take a look at where they're currently standing, and it's just like, oh, this could be so dangerous. But it may not happen. Again, this A site is going to be that touch and go. K-pop Bob setting the Owl Drone up, but recognizes that someone is in that connector. And if they're inside, then it could be dangerous. And they only got 30 seconds to move. Oh, Mr. Lemon, I think, was spotted out. Hard spray a little bit through that glass window, which is now broken and shattered. But all three make it across. So for ZOMBS Nation, they're going to try. Dimensional Drift is used. Information granted. And all of a sudden, you get the hard spray. K-pop Bob using that time inside the smoke. Says, give me all those kills. Ethan says, nah, you don't get all of them. You only get a few. Mango KR sends a few more to the grave and continues to pad their own stats. Mr. Lemon finishes off the last. It's going to be a tied up 5-5.
Gotta give it to Levin there for their positioning at the end of the fight. It's just perfect. There's no way that you can really survive that kind of angle. There you got one guy in the upper, one guy coming from the attacker's side. It's really hard. But there we are. Defenders win and tying it up once again, 5-5.
It's just
Oh my gosh, this is. Oh man, this is getting dicey because we're only 2 rounds away. Well, this one and the next from going into the second half. And if it's this neck and neck, I feel it's going to come down to the last 3 rounds or so. Taking a look, Pancreas once again with a hefty Owen in hand. That's going to be the challenge here, and I'm sitting there going, oh boy, this is going to be a big run in, a little bit more of a default start this time around. ZOMBS Nation saying we got to find a little bit more info. We can't be going a little bit too crazy. Pochi sending a little bit of a shot out towards mid. Said no Owl Drone for you, but the operator has been given away.
Yeah, dropping those critical weaponry at there. And ooh, Shishi Man pinpoint onto Pochi walking out of that corner there.
Yeah, it's a slow walk, of course. It's a very slow walk, but that's going to be a little bit of a clone first. Good blind, and you get the kill. Mr. Lemon once again playing this Yoru to a very good extent. It's been a little bit messy in the early stages, but using that clone has yielded so many results. Ethan, though, hearing a lot of footsteps, working the way over, but Mango was ready. Mango knew Ethan was around the corner and gets a free lurk kill. Beautifully done, 3v4 position. And now it's going to be that drive. Benny, though, unable to do anything in that sense. Mango and Mr. Lemon are cleaning house here as what feels like the first time in this game. This is going to be the lights of the Dirty Inters to take a lead.
And ZOMBS did such a great job planting and securing the site initially, but they just didn't have the manpower left to defend it there. But the defenders take back their site.
Last round in the half.
And look at the scoreboard here. Of course, Mango at the top of the charts, followed by Pochi on his team. And Ethan and Shishi Man really showing up for ZOMBS Nation right now. There's some really heavy hitters. I mean, we've been talking about them constantly, but they're really making it happen here. And so dangerous. Like, you got a pick or two, but if you don't get the star of the show, it doesn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things, right?
Yeah, it's just
Cutting through.
it's that test, right? I think
Yeah.
it's that, you know, you're pushing the limits. And again, this is week one. We always like to say this. We want to see who just steps up and shows out here. That's the fun, very nice blind saying, nah, you don't get to see any of these flashbang is more of a flash there instead of a bang, but it's enough to slow down the entry. Mr. Lemon takes advantage. Pancreas is shut down. And also that hard spray doesn't land. K-pop Bob is dropped. Mango is hiding in the top ropes. This accuracy has been on point. Now you get to pinch your way out. Shishiman though with a beautiful onto series snaps up one. Mango fires right back against Vinny, and you're still in a 3v3 position. So this brute force method that the side of ZOMBS Nation has been trying has not worked.
Well, you gotta give it to Dirty Interest, man. They've been so careful, like re-securing these sites, keeping them initially secure. And it is a shame sometimes when someone goes down, but 3v3, a lot of potential there, as you said. Not the best situation for either side, as still much manpower. But if they can just take a look at everything here, and unfortunately, Omen, SNK on Omen there, is gonna cross the map.
Down
And
A.
here we are, finding some kills down on Shishi, man. It's just gonna be SNK left on the ZOMBS Nation. He goes down before even entering the site once again. Defender victory for Dirty Interest.
Yo, is Mango cheating?
Oh man.
Switching sides.
Mango is becoming an absolute terror. If you're allowed to see where the opponent is, you dang well know Mango is going to find you. 12 rounds and 27 kills. I like to point that out. That is an average of at least 2 kills per round and then some change. Mango has been the pivotal player here, and on a Cypher, no less. Just raw, really good headshot percentages and, you know, all that stuff. So very well done here. And now it's, you know, up to the side of ZOMBS Nation to try and shut it down.
Yeah, and now here we are. They're swapping sides, right? I mean, Mango's making it happen over there on defense. Let's see how he does on attack. I mean, I guess that he's going to do excellent on there, man. He's got all the aggro. He can just go for it. He's got his boys backing him up, right?
out.
I mean, it's just that typical stance here. This is a big fight in the mid, though. Mango still opens up with one. Pistol trades out 1-for-1, but the huge shots come out on the other side, and it's going to almost be a wash, but no. Trades kills again, down to a 2v2 situation. Death in the mid leads to a push over towards A, and it's going to be the likes of this Dirty Inter squad to try and get the plant down and then reposition for the retake defense. Are you going to be able to pull it off is the question. Fairy, wondering exactly what is going on here. Both decide to go higher, at least one does. It's going to be a high-low action. Fairy going low on the defense. And this could be the make or break moment. SNK trying to break that door. It's going to take a while. Needs the weapon out and ready to haul butt. But Pancreas, you need to check underneath the rafters, and you do. Great headshot on the Fairy. Bob though answers right back, and we're in a 1v1 situation. Recon goes out. Does not ping Pancreas, but the HP bars are low. Bob can't dance this any longer. Needs to wait. You just have to play for time. Pancreas is gonna go, and that might be the call. A little bit of a jump out, another shot pull, and you are going to land it. 6-sum. K-pop Bob saves around, clutch out in the pistol.
K-pop Bob is looking so good right now after that pistol round. Those are such dicey rounds too. So you got to give it to him for really making it happen there. And oh my gosh. Well, let's see here. They're going to be a bit of a buy on the side of the Dirty Interest at the moment. Finding some really nice weaponry onto Mango and everyone else there. Tochi, Mr. Lemon, K-pop Bob. They're looking really clean right now. The advantage is starting to build too. All through the initial half, we just saw 1 point, and now finally it's a 3-point lead in the favor of the Dirty Interest.
Oh man. Let's see what they can do. Ethan watching as that's a bouncing boom. And boom goes dynamite as Ethan goes down. Mr. Lemon says, I'll follow my crow in and take a dub everywhere. It's that hard chase. The pushing the rest of the crew are really trying to push. They win this one. They move up to 9. And all of a sudden, they look like a rockin' squad. Vinny with a great headshot, though, takes out Pochi early. Remember, Vinny doing okay for themselves as well. This is going to happen a little bit more, though. K-pop Bob for that chance. Let's see what happens here. This is going to be that toss over. K-pop Bob swinging hard. Mango follows suit. Feels the weapons are working their advantage. K-pop Bob, though, gets shot by the hits. That shock bolt sacrifices their life for the style.
Oh my gosh, and there's Fairy, man. And now a 4-point lead. Like, it's starting to grow, man. They're getting close to that match point little by little, and they're not getting started in terms of this side swap, right? This is so much time. And if you see in the chat there, you see a bit of a monkey getting posted there with mid-game BM, right?
Just a little. Just a little. They gotta have fun here. They gotta have fun in an intramural.
Yeah, that's what we're all about, right? And as you say, showcasing new players, hype players, people starting to pop off. Like, I feel like we've highlighted so many of them this game, and everyone's had their moments, which is awesome. Well, let's keep it going here. A bit of a scouting mission by Ethan here, blowing a dash there, checking it out. And what are the defenders going to be getting up to here? As we do see a bit of a split here for the attackers going both B and A. Of course, making a bit of a committing to A site now, and oh, there goes down K-pop Bob. There goes down Pochi. Shishi Man is really just cleaning up right now, getting into lower. Great position, of course. Mr. Lemon has time. He's got the position, but does he have the teammates to back him up right now? It is a 5 versus 2 situation. Jumping down, of course, he's gonna find it there. Excellent. Down from lower, but they have so much manpower to really smoke him out there. It's gonna be down to just Mango, the ace, but in 1v2, you shouldn't never always bet on Mango, right?
Yeah, I mean, Mango is betting on Mango as well. Uses that neural theft, pings out 2 more. Now you got to follow through. You're going to run right through. Tries to shoot against that wall. Tries to get the wall bang, but doesn't. Instead, the door comes down, and now you're in a fight for your life. You need to get in. Use that cage to try and create a little bit of
30
space.
seconds left.
Doesn't have the spike either, so you're wandering. You're at this point already focused on getting all the kills, and then he says, nah, you don't get that one. You didn't have the guns this time, and we'll take the victory. 9-6 is the score. Yes, once again, we're still seeing, I believe, the Dirty Inters go ahead and have a little bit of a lead. But 31 kills. Mango is on a tear and a half.
Man, that's just unfathomable, man. Like, you don't see that every day. But today's not every day, right? So yeah, but on the side, it's kind of nice to see the really kind of like team effort spread number of kills for Ethan Bradbury and the boys there on ZOMBS Nation. Kind of everyone's kind of showing up to that one. Make sure that everyone's a valuable player, so you can spread out. You lose one person, everyone else is still clutching up. So there's a lot of potential there as we do get into a big push onto B site here. Everyone's coming down for an attack, and it's gonna be hard to secure, man. Getting to that little connector, right? Like all these smokes on the edge there. It's gonna be hard to get through. And what do you think about this, Orbital?
I mean, I think it's going to be so dangerous. Seth and K trying to hold down, but doesn't get it. Barry runs right through. K-pop Bob swings on Pancreas, and Pancreas is now down as well. It feels like the attacking squad, the Dirty Inters, are now emboldened to try and rush. Vinny goes ahead and pops the Empress, hoping to do a lot of good work here. And maybe he can if you land the headshot. Vinny gets 1. Mr. Lemon is down, and you're waiting for another 55 HP, though. I mean, that's not a lot of HP to work with. A K-pop Bob finds Shishi Man 3v2 position. Ethan branching in. Vinny gets Pochi. That's a huge kill, and now a very nicely trying to get a little bit more. K-pop Bob finds Ethan and looking for one more. Vinny though with 3K trying to dance it out, and all you got's one more left. Vinny in a 1v1 position. Taps one, sees her on the side, and Vinny gets it. Vinny with the 4K. The Empress reigns supreme.
Man, you gotta leave it to Vinny, man. He came in here. It was a bit of a mess, but he really cleaned it up, right? And there he is with the penguin spray, waving that knife in a victory. And he earned it. He really did.
100% earned that victory. Of course, it's still a little bit of a road ahead. Vinny now hitting 20 kills so far in this game. Took a little bit longer than Mango, but Mango getting shut down that last round was huge in the opener. Right now, they are stuck on a lower end of a buy scenario. Fairy does have that Vandal in hand, so maybe could make a hero play given the opportunity. But is it going to happen? That's the big question. Full item buyouts for the defending side, and for their own, they're going to spread themselves pretty thin. They understand that the equipment may not be in favor of the attackers, so they can, they can resort to pushing their advantage if they so wish.
Yeah, and you got to make good use of the weaponry, just as you said there. I totally agree. Strong arms in hand. You're gonna have to make your way through these sites here, because there's a lot of options right now. They're taking their time, making the big choice, right? Like, you got to really mix it up here as they are starting to find their kind of like vibe at the attackers. As you can see, 2 kills there. Shishi Man and Vinny cleaning up a couple. Another one there, grabbing one. Good old Reyna finding the extra HP, and it's down to once again just Mango. So 1v5, but I believe it's gonna work. As is a flawless victory for the side of ZOMBS Nation. They're really finding their energy with the attacker side now, man. It took them a couple rounds, but they know what they're doing.
I love the fact that you pointed it out. It has taken some time. They're on a 5-round kind of drought for a while, and now they storm back with 3 of their own. It feels like they're starting to convert a little bit more. Vinny and Ethan, I think, are starting to hunt down Mango a little bit. Mango has not gotten a single kill so far in the last few rounds. It's been kind of kept at 31, and whenever you talk to players, it is good to try and keep track of someone like a star player, and if you can shut them down early, it's a great win. Right now, though, this is going to be that chance. A little bit of a touch and go. Ethan able to land a little bit of damage onto the Sova, but not enough to kill, and that means that's going to be the rush out. Dimensional Drift getting all the information in the world. Hunter Siri waiting for a chance to come out here. Snap damage a little bit, but Mango says, nah, you don't get it for free. It's a storming of the A site, as 4 members from Dirty Inters are able to make their way forward, even though blinded out. Hard Spray still wins without even being able to see the opponent, and it's a 3v3 position. HP bars hurting on the side of the attackers.
Man, yeah, what a smoke situation there. Just trying to make something happen, and they're all in upper right now. We've got Pancreas down and lower on the site, but it's not going to work out for him as the attackers, with this crazy kind of flank there, really surrounding A site and making it happen for them. Bit of a change of strategy.
It's a shakeup, and I love this because it does show that the teams are actively reformulating their plan. I always like to talk about when it comes down to some of these games, it's not so much as an FPS, it's a game of chess. You know, once one team adapts to your play style, you got to adapt back. You got to basically keep trying to one up your opponent until you eventually just win the game, and it feels like it's going to happen. Mango sitting at 31 for a multitude of rounds, pop off with 3 kills right there. Now looking for a few more. Hunter goes out. Shishiman trying to answer back. He's able to snap damage on 1 and catches Fairy once again. It's hard to run from that Hunter Siri, man. It is very, very difficult. Ethan waiting for a chance of their own, though. Just outside of that smoke, it dissipates. Now you gotta wander forward. This is a collection of 4 members of the attack. Pochi pushes into the safe site once again. Hard checking all the corners, doesn't really see anyone, so it is gonna be that plant and safety. Of course, K-Pop Bob saying, I know someone's around here, checks the corner, looks and swings and finds Shishiman looking the wrong way.
Because Dirty Inters had so many players over on people, such a long kind of like leg it to get over here, and they're finally making their way down. It's a 3v4, unfortunately. They're gonna be at odds here, but there we go. K-Pop Bob blowing up another player there, taking down good old SNK, but Pancreas answers back, taking out K-Pop Bob, and it's a 2v3. Spike is planted, so the clock is ticking for the defenders to retake the site here. They're coming around from the side. And there we go, another kill down onto Pancreas. Pochi's cleaning up. Is just up to good old sorry, who is that?
Ethan's looking, but
there we go.
You said it earlier, it all comes down to the one man again. Mingo moving up in the kill boards, up at 35, and only needs to win 2 more rounds to take the game.
This is definitely a scary prospect. You've got so much to make up here if you want to catch up to the Dirty Inters. They made that slight lead in the first half, and then they kind of kept it here. And we thought ZOMBS was coming back, so they still have a lot of potential, though, right? You never know what can happen here with these newer players.
I think that's the most important factor. Everything can change at the drop of a hat, or quite literally the brim of the hats. I mean, the Cyphers haven't used in the neural thefts all day long, so that's going to be a lot of fun to see. Right now, Ethan pushing a little bit too far for my liking, though, and looks the wrong way. So Mr. Lemon gets a free kill on this round, and a much-needed one as well. When you force defenders down to 4, Vinny has to run away. Smoke's coming down, and you get the ping as well. Another neural theft coming out for Mango is informing his entire team of where the opponents are. Vinny just hard spraying through that smoke, but isn't really going to get a dub here, and instead might run into a spot of trouble. You are looking straight through the smoke. You have to find an opportunity to go back in, and there's the charge. Mr. Lemon making a lot of noise, and that's a recognition. That's Vinny saying, Mr. Lemon, you pushed too far and made far too much noise. Pochi and Mango able to take a few for their own, though. 3 headshots in a row, and that's a dub. Pancreas is the last one alive, and we're now on map point.
Man, what a powerful round for the Dirty Inters, man. They really tore apart ZOMBS Nation there, keeping control of upper, losing only Mr. Lemon to kind of a strange smoke situation in upper. But other than that, it really worked out for them there. And yeah, 12 round wins. Holy, so much kind of dead, like a space to make up here for ZOMBS, right?
I mean, ZOMBS Nation, they know they're up in a very, very rough spot. K-Pop Bob and Pochi have been able to kind of storm their way on the scene as well. Double-digit kills for them, and in this last round, it's all going to be trouble. Vinny needs to win this duel and does. This one is going to go down. Empress is out and available. Vinny, though, needs to be careful in a 1v4 situation. He's still low on HP, and Mango destroys Vinny where they stand. It was a 1-for-1 trade, but the kills are not equal. Mango, once again, picks up another charge. Says, okay, let's back away. Let's see if we can find another kill. We don't have to force this.
Yeah, we're down to the 4v4. As you said, that those picks coming out pretty explosive. Such a threat here with match point around the corner, right? But man, Pancreas making use of his cameras there, getting some info, and it's good play by the Dirty Interstream, making sure they can kind of spread out once again, be ready for the redecision making of ZOMBS here as they choose where to go for the second part of this round.
See what they can do. Mango just trying to lurk, get some free kills. Another smoke to go out, just denying a little extra vision. I mean, is that going to be enough though? Mango's still hanging around here. Mango's still saying, hey, I'm not trusting these opponents just yet. I know they want to get a little bit cheesy with it, but what they don't know is that my team is already on the A site. That'll be a plant coming out for the side of the Dirty Inters. Mango finds Ethan in the transition, and that's not going to be a good one. Shishiman, though, finds 2 on site, and with 5 HP left, has made an opportunity for the rest of the team. 2v3 position. This is going to be disastrous, though. Escape up. Bob isn't able to get the kill. Shishiman might have just saved this game. Able to find 1, but now you have to run away. Mango able to get a 3K, looking for a 4th. Finds it, looking for a 5th. Out goes the neural set once again. It's going to be a tap and go. Mango's just like, get another camera if possible. No, it's down to just that 1v1. Another ping, and it's just going to be disaster. Mango with the ace to finish the game off, and that will be the Dirty Inters, I believe.
GG, Mango.
Dirty Inters to go ahead and take the game.
That's what we always bet on Mango, man. He comes out here. It's very poetic, him getting the kind of the match winning kill of the entire thing there. It looks so dicey for him, at odds as always, but he made it happen. Perfect use of Cypher's abilities and all the info he needed.
It was so well done. And again, this is the first week. Swiss stage is just starting, which means teams and players alike will go ahead and start individually figuring out what they want to do and how they want to play with their new teammates, as well as the compositions that they are handed. They're going to move up and down the Swiss bracket, and then once we're done, we'll see which teams make it into the playoff run. But I mean, that's kind of the fun of it. I mean, Melon, was there anyone else outside of Mango that really made you kind of impressed about this game?
I feel like we had the opportunity to really talk about K-pop Bob a lot of times. He found a lot of like little scenarios where he came out on top. Vinny, of course, and Fairy. Fairy wasn't really someone that I thought I'd be watching so much, but he has some really cool situations too. And it's kind of nice to have everyone have their bit of a spotlight there. Everyone was relevant, and that's what makes it fun. Here in the Intramurals, it's all about fun, right? So here we are, U of T.
Yeah, very, very well done. Of course, we are, I do believe, going to be having an interview as well, which is going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully we do, and I'll have to double check that because I think it's just very, very fun. It's just a little bit of silliness, and also to get some insight into some of what the players think about this tournament so far and how they're looking forward to the rest. So please don't go anywhere. Hopefully we had a little bit of a interview, and also shout out to Vimo as well for being so awesome and giving us this production room and giving us space for the players to talk. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And of course, we are back ready to go with an interview with the one, the only, the MVP, which was Mango. Mango, how you doing here today? After getting that dub, that was, I mean, a 30 bomb by what? Like 3/4 into the game is wild.
Yeah, it was definitely amazing. I had a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure my teammates had a lot of fun too. Yeah, it was just an overall very good game.
Oh man, that's awesome, dude. And yeah, you guys really kind of embodied the Dirty Inter's namesake, right? How did you feel leading the charge almost every round then? Keeping the momentum, right?
Yeah, it definitely felt good. I guess I was just on like a kind of like a flow state. Yeah, it just felt amazing, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's the best. And a question for you. So, you're playing Cypher. Are you big on this character? Like, it's one of your mains?
Uh no, I usually play initiator, but then I can play controller and sentinel, but I just don't play duelist.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, very variable. It's pretty good.
I like how we say that. I like how you say that, and yet you have the aim of a duelist. Wild stuff here tonight, Mango. And I gotta ask, was there ever a moment where you felt uncomfortable in that map? I know we saw earlier on it was pretty neck and neck, pretty much round for round, pound for pound. At any point were you worried in the first half leading into the second?
Um I wasn't too worried because I have pretty much a lot of faith in my teammates already, so yeah, I wasn't too worried.
All right. Well, there you go. Obviously, this is only like week one of the Swiss stage. Are you looking forward to the rest of this Swiss bracket? And are there any players that you kind of notice that you want to kind of keep your eyes on all the other teams? Or are you just kind of going, we're going to take the dub, by the way?
Uh, yeah, I have two players that I have my eyes on. One of them being 115, and the other being Redmans. They're both my friends that I wanted to play with, but then they're on the other teams now. So
Oh man, the friend group broken apart must meet again, maybe sometime down the road. Mango, you are our MVP by a mile and a half. You played an amazing game here today. Thank you so much for the interview.
thank you. Have a good one, guys.
Of course. With that, of course, I believe we are done here on this broadcast. It was a great start to the U of T Fall Intramural Tournament. Of course, this is the Swiss bracket, so there's more action later on. Shout out to BMO once again. Melon, any final words that you like to give?
I'm just had a great time, right? And thank you to Mango, of course, and the other guys who are all playing there, K-pop Bob and everyone else. It was a good time. Yeah, and we're hoping to see more great gameplay from all the intramural contenders, right?
Yep. Yes, we are. With that, though, go ahead and keep up on the socials if you wish. Keep track of when the next match is, and we'll see you all next time. Thank you so much, everyone.